Did you know that America's first Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster was Monster at Adventureland? For all you non-coaster enthusiasts out there, this means a roller coaster that is extremely maneuverable and customizable due to the train design. As far as ride presentation goes, Monster's bright green track with gray supports gives the ride an almost gothic or medieval feel. Not to mention, the station has some incredible stonework for an amusement park ride. I do want to point out that this ride seems more stylized than themed because the only reference to the name would be to the front of the train, although, for a small park, that's a pretty awesome ride vehicle. The rest of the surrounding area is a little bland, although there is a stegosaurus or some sort of dinosaur in the middle of the ride, which is a little random. When I was at the park, Monster's line was pretty short for the 3 times I rode it, maybe 30 minutes tops. But in the station, the dispatches were a little slow, especially considering it's an 8-passenger train. Plus, from what I saw, the ride was only running 2 trains, so if this ride was at a big park, it would be cooked. Monster goes straight out of the station into a vertical lift. This takes you up 133 feet and then right back down a 101-degree drop, reaching speeds of 65 miles per hour. For the rest of the layout, take the element names with a grain of salt because these do not feel like the traditional elements. So after the drop, you go into a goofy kind of inverting dive loop, followed by a finish loop. This consists of a twisted dive into what I would consider the offspring of an RMC hybrid and a traditional inverting B&M, aka a stall loop. After that corrupted CAD file of an element, you rise up into another goofy dive loop, but this time it looks like an overbank turn followed by a helix. Following that, you hit the only normal part of the ride, a surprisingly powerful airtime hill. Once you've crested the hill, you go down into an Emmelman that looks way too small for the speed that you're taking at, but it's a surprisingly smooth element. Once that's done, there's a little bit of a breather because of the slight trim brake, which isn't that bad, and how long to pull out into the element next, which is a weird stall out overbank followed by a right turn. This leads into a hang time filled corkscrew, into an airtime pop, into the brakes. For a ride that's only 2,500 feet long, it feels like it lasts forever due to the copious amounts of hang time. The ride feels surprisingly well paced even though it slows down and speeds up over and over. From an experience standpoint, the trains are incredibly comfy with only a clamshell lap bar, similar to something like the restraints on Raging Bull at Great America. The ride is incredibly smooth and compact, so I think I call this the souped up rock bottom plunge at Nickelodeon Universe. You should go check out that vlog once you subscribe to the channel. Overall, I give this ride a 9.5 out of 10, mainly because it fits the park that it's in so well. My only critique is that there's no landscaping around the actual ride, and the operations leave some room for improvement.